Hey, good Friday morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torgro. So we made it to Friday, and we're going to look at this weekend strongly. We're going to look at next week. We're going to look at the holiday weekend coming up as things look fairly predictable, I would say, at least for two or three of the days of next holiday week. And you know what? Before we get started, if you could hit the share button, please. But I just want to give a shout out to me. I just realized this. uh, I am probably one of a handful or maybe two handful of meteorologists that have been forecasting the weather on the Great Lakes all my career. So you're not just getting someone that's moving into the area and trying to figure out what the lakes are going to do. And this is where it sets up. I'll show you. All right. So we start with the satellite picture. Um, so northerly wind, and you can see the lake effect stream of clouds developing. Well, what I've learned that at this time of the year, with different wind shifts and a north wind, you can get a little circulation that develops in the thumb with a scattered shower or two. Now, the models don't show that, and I would say generally plan on a dry day, but don't be surprised if Sanilac County or St. Clair County or Eastern Lapeer County or Huron County that a spotty shower pops up. And don't even be surprised in the far southwest corner, like around Niles, if a spotty shower pops up this morning or early afternoon before the high pressure takes over and we dry out. Now, like I said, the high. Yes, I did just give a shout out to myself, Sandra West. A first ever. Why not? All right, now, radar forecast. All right, so the radar forecast, and this model does not show, well, it does. You see there at noon or so, the couple little pixels in the thumb and even around the Detroit area. This would be something like a 5, 10, 15-minute shower, very isolated. Ron Heffelbauer, who's tonight at Pine Knob, very good, but it will be cooling off, so get ready to maybe take a sweatshirt with you. Teresa Johnson notices that, yes, currently dark in Wixom, and that's because we have the cooler air and instability. So generally, look at the radar forecast for today, and it is dry. Now we go for the radar forecast, and this model kind of shows the isolated showers, I guess, in the thumb. Not enough to warrant a forecast because then most people think that it will rain, and that's not the point I'm getting out. Is that it's 8% dry today with an isolated shower. Now, this is tomorrow noon, and look at that. We are dry. The UP has some showers, and this is tomorrow midnight going into Sunday morning. This is sunrise Sunday. So, showers, clouds across the UP. Lower Michigan still staying dry, and this is Sunday afternoon. Here's the other point I want to make is that the weekend will be dry except late Sunday afternoon or early evening, you could get clouds and showers that move into the western side of the state, western third of the state. So if you've got boating planned, and I'm encouraging that, if you've got boating or beaching planned, Saturday, probably better. Sunday, it might be clouded over by the time we get to, say, mid afternoon in at least the western half of the state. All right, now we pick it up on the modeling as we go into next week and beyond. So this is Saturday and Sunday of this weekend. And then this is Sunday night into Monday morning. So that's when the next rain comes across lower Michigan. It looks like Monday, a showery day, maybe kind of reinvigorated, it looks like, by the time we get to Monday night. And then Tuesday, the cold front comes through. We cool off some. A secondary cold front oozes down Wednesday into Thursday, oozing our temperatures down to comfortable levels. And now we're at Friday. And look at that. You like starting a holiday weekend with a weather situation like that, right? And then we go to Saturday midday. Look at that. What you see there is no storm system. you see one isobar. That's the kind of grayish squiggly line over lower Michigan. That means there's very little pressure gradient, which turns into very little wind. And the red line you see there, that's a plus 14 Celsius at 5,000 feet. That's 80-ish. Plus or minus a couple of degrees. Now we go into Sunday afternoon. You see light winds. You see the same kind of 5,000 foot temperatures. And so the sun usually rebounds the temperature a couple of degrees. And you look at that and say, Labor Day probably would be dry also, unless that moisture from the south creeps into the southern part of the state. And note that yesterday, this model was more aggressive with that rain already up in the northern Indiana by early Sunday. So it's backed off on that. And we'll have to continue to watch that trend because that's 10 days out. Remember, that is 10 days out. And I'm talking to you like I'm confident. And I pretty much am in this situation. Labor Day, not so sure, but next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't see a lot that could change it. It certainly could, but 10 days out now. Got to admit, that's fairly good, and meteorology has come a long ways. Are we off by a day or two occasionally? Yes, we are, but more often than not, it's pretty well just dang near right on. And yes, I said dang near. Let's see here. A couple of quick good mornings. Good morning, Dawn Yenny. And good morning, Mariana Templeton from Brighton. And Tim Lee, Escoda. And Catherine Cyphers from Grass Lake. And Maureen Dwyer from Livonia. Good morning. Okay, high temperatures today. We'll call it 75 to 80 in the south half, 70 to 75 north half. Saturday, we'll call it about 80 to 83 degrees most places. Sunday, we'll call it 85 to 90, I guess, is what we should say. And Monday, 85 to 90, most of southern lower. And Tuesday, the cold front coming through, we start to drop back to the 70s. And then Wednesday looks gorgeous, 75 to 80. And Thursday looks like it's in the mid to upper 70s. And Friday, we start the holiday weekend, 70 to 75. Then we jump a couple degrees on Saturday in the upper 70s. And then by Sunday, we jump another couple of degrees into the low 80s, which means Labor Day would probably be about 82 to 85 degrees. So there you have it. Good weekend. Maybe rain by Sunday evening, west side of lower Michigan. Sunday night, Monday night, showery, thunder showery. And then cooler middle of next week. And right now it looks like we're heading into a good holiday weekend. Indeed, it is 8, 9, and 10 days off. And indeed, things do change. What changes the forecast for us quickly at this time of the year is if a tropical system developed in the Gulf of Mexico and started to change the whole atmosphere configuration. That can change things. Right now, that does not look like it will be the case, but we'll keep an eye on that. Have yourselves a great weekend. Get out and enjoy that beach or that boat or the camping or whatever. We only have one or two of these kind of weekends left, and we know that's true even without a meteorology degree, right? Take care. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.